Welcome, people. It's your boy Q from Q'd Up Productions, and today we're still talking about Luna. Tutorial number, or I believe it's the third one that I got now. This one is going to focus on what Luna is not. And be sure to like and subscribe so you can stay updated on all of this content. Make sure you hit that notifications button. Okay, so let's get into it. So Luna does a lot of things well as far as recording. One thing it does not do well is MIDI, which is something that I covered earlier in a prior tutorial. So I just want to talk about a few things that I have figured out that it cannot do. The first big one is, of course, split notes. If for some reason you get in here and it's something that you wish it could do that it does not do, I've said this in a prior video, just make sure you go up here and go to this feedback button. Type in there whatever the issue is, whatever you are asking for them to look at or try to fix, and see if they do it. And I'm probably going to say that in every single video. Okay, so first, when it comes to MIDI, I don't like the fact that you have to click things in like this, right? Of course, you can go in and you can play it, but clicking it in like that, it only goes into one spot. So I can't just, I guess you can, but it goes by what your grid is set to, I believe, which, you know, I've already said how to change this grid up here. Well, first we would have to go to the MIDI effects and put that on focus. Where you at? Okay, up here. So we will be changing this grid, and I've already talked about that. Okay, so you're unable to split notes. That was the biggest thing for me. So if I split this out, or I'm sorry, I extended this out that far, if I came in and I went to shift and the plus sign, you can see I'm changing the grid, right? But I have no way of splitting the notes to that grid. So rolls and all that thing, all that kind of stuff for making trap, no, you can't do none of that. It kind of crashed on me a couple times, but it's to be expected. Which brings me to one point. If you notice up here, it doesn't have a save. So it saves things automatically as it goes, which I think is great. But the transpose, I guess, works fine. You know, when it wants to work. Earlier it was not working for me. You can move it up and down. I don't see a way to do legato to make all the notes automatically by keystroke. You know, go to the end of each note. I don't see a way to do that. And all the instruments that I'm using right now is Shape, which Shape is actually not a bad program. And, you know, I've always been taught, don't always talk about the negative, always end on the positive. One positive thing about MIDI that I have to say is that the latency is majorly low. Like, it's instantaneous. When you hit a key, it works. So they knock it out the park when it comes to that. Okay, so if we go to one of these instruments, you know, Shape is pretty standard. I went in and made a preset, just something that I could play with and see if I could save it. And you're able to save presets for the instruments. What I don't like that you can't do is that you can't save, say, a channel strip. So if I were to add in, you know, MIDI effects, or add in, you know, have the instrument, I might add on some input effects or something like that. I don't see a way for me to save just that strip. And what I mean by that is, I had a subscriber ask me about a vocal template. Now, depending on what sense of the way you want to try to do that, as far as templates go, it will not let you save channel strips. Like, I couldn't make this and then go to a new project and then bring that over in as a preset. I don't see how to do that. I've beat my brain. I've went through this program 2 and 3 times for a couple of hours and still did not see how to do that. The only way I see how to do that, if I were going to make a vocal template, will be to just follow my template video that I've already posted for if you want to make a template for beat making or something like that. You would just do that same thing for vocals. You would have to go in, put all your compressors in, have all that stuff set up so that all you had to do when you record is go in and start recording. Now, you're probably going to have to do some tweaks and things like that because everything is real time. When you go in and you're recording anything, honestly, it's real time, which is great. But you just have to, set it up however you want. And then you're still going to have to go up here and go save as or save a copy as, and then name it what you want to name it. And whenever you're going to do something with vocals, then you go in and you start it from there. So my suggestion to that subscriber would be to just go in, set up your instruments as well as your vocal, your vocal, not a preset, but you're setting your vocal chain, set it up that way, and then just save the whole thing. I wouldn't do them separately. If you know that you are doing the vocals and you're doing, the instrumental itself, then just go ahead and set everything up there and you should be fine. Okay, so that's another thing that it just can't do is save channel presets. At least I do not see how to do that. Beat makers and producers. This is the part where I think that we really need to get some work. All right, so on the audio tracks, if you record a track or you bring a track in, you bring something in that you want to manipulate, you want to raise the pitch. All right, so let's go ahead and insert something. Something simple. And if I want to separate the track, remember that's Command and E. I just put that where I want. So let's say I wanted to, let's blow this up a little bit. Okay, and let's spread that out. All right, so let's say we wanted to just, affect that, right? So let's put that there, and we go Command E. Now, one thing I do like is that it does do clip gain. So your clip gain is right there. So that's pretty cool. One thing that I do love about this is the pitch. So here's what you can do. You can go here. Let me see. How did I get to it? There we go. So if you double click, I'm sorry, at the very top of your region, then it comes up here with your gain. So if you are trying to, gain stage or something like that, you could use this and that will help you out. It has your warp styles and everything right here. When you bring everything in, it'll automatically time stretches it. At least it seems that way every time for me. And you can change the pitch of a certain section with ease. Pretty good. And if it's just a matter of knowing your values, I guess, and where you want to be at. And you just go done. And it is as simple as that. If we want to bring it down. So it does that well as far as the pitch goes, but it just doesn't that's really about it as far as manipulating the audio. Even up here in this menu, I don't see anything up here that in any way, form, or fashion lends itself to me being able to do things with audio itself, besides just putting it on there and playing it. So I think the biggest thing here to take from it is to know what some of your limitations are, and then you just got to figure out what type of hacks you want to use or which way you want to go with it. But for the most part, I do like the program. I think that it will get better. Some of the functions as far as editing the audio I think they're spot on with. I think that they do a good job with that. Hopefully these videos are helping some people out, and the struggle. The struggle is real out here with a new DAW. It's always fun to go in and tweak and find out, what something can do and what it can't do and figure out how it works in your arsenal. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Hopefully this video was helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe, hit the notifications button so you stay up to date on all my latest content. And most of all, stay queued up. Peace.